Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're talking about the 2020 United States of America $quarter that features one of the national park designs. Now this isn't just one coin. 2020 was a powerful year in the America the Beautiful Quarter series, and today we're going to explore the incredible story behind these quarters, especially the ones with rare errors that collectors are hunting down like lost treasure. You see, 2020 was the final full year of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, and the mints went all out to deliver amazing designs for places like the Salt River Bay in the U.S. Virgin Islands, the Weir Farm in Connecticut, the Marsh-Billings Rockefeller site in Vermont, and others. These designs were made to honor nature, history, and culture, and they look absolutely stunning. But here's where the thrill kicks in, because while these quarters were released for everyday circulation, some of them came with errors that transformed them into rare, high-demand collector's pieces almost overnight. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly which versions to look out for and how much they've actually sold for. Let's start with the Salt River Bay quarter. This beautiful design shows a red mangrove tree sprouting from the ocean, a symbol of growth and resilience. But what makes it stand out in the rare coin world are the crazy minting errors that were discovered on a few of them. There are examples of this quarter with dramatic die breaks, also called cut errors, where a chunk of the coin's design looks like it's missing or bulging out. These aren't everyday finds. These are the kind of mint mistakes that only happen in a flash but create a lifetime of value, and it gets even better. Some of the 2020 National Park quarters have been found with off-center strikes, where the entire design is shifted to one side. When that happens, and the coin is still in uncirculated condition, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collection. Another major error that's been reported is the struck-through error. This happens when a piece of lint or metal gets between the die and the coin at the time of striking, creating a ghost-like pattern or missing part of the design. Some coins from the 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter have been found with this exact error, and they were snapped up online in no time. Now let me tell you something that makes this story even more thrilling. A 2020 Salt River Bay quarter with a visible die chip error near the tip of the tree and nearly uncirculated condition was sold at an auction in Ohio for $290 to a private collector who had been tracking error coins from the 2020 series since their release. Another collector in California grabbed a Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter with a major off-center strike from an online seller and paid $315 for it because it was graded at MS66 and featured a well-documented mint mistake. Now think about that for a second. This is a coin that could have easily passed through your hands at a grocery store or fallen into your change jar without a second thought. That's what makes coin hunting so powerful. The mystery, the thrill, the chance to find something rare in the most ordinary place. So how can you increase your chances of finding one of these valuable 2020 National Park quarters? Here's a tip every serious collector follows. Check every quarter from 2020 closely under a bright light. Look for cracks, lines, shifts, or even a missing part of the design. Use a magnifying lens to look for doubling on the letters or numbers. If anything looks odd or unique, hold on to it, and this is super important. Don't clean your coin. Cleaning can ruin its surface and kill its value instantly. Always store it in a coin flip or capsule, and if it looks promising, send it in to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it officially graded. Also, get involved with coin communities online. Forums, groups, and even local collector meetups are full of people sharing their finds and giving tips. Some of the best trades and sales happen when collectors connect and help each other out. Collectors across the country are actively hunting for 2020 error quarters, and many are building full sets of America the Beautiful quarters with known mint mistakes. That's what's making these coins rise in demand and value, especially the ones with bold errors and high-grade conditions. So let's talk about what you're really waiting for, the original market value of these rare 2020 National Park quarters. Coins with strong die cracks, cut errors, and visible off-center strikes in mint condition have sold in auctions and private sales for anywhere from $170 up to over $350, depending on the severity of the error and the grading level. This is not a guess, these are real sales, with real buyers. in cities like Chicago, Atlanta, and even online platforms where collectors are bidding fast to get their hands on these unique coins, and this is why you should never ignore your loose change. That small quarter in your hand might just hold a story, a mistake, and a value far beyond 25 cents. If you found this video helpful, exciting, or just plain fun to watch, then make sure you subscribe to the channel right now because we've got more rare coin stories coming your way. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment if you've ever found something rare, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss the next treasure hunting episode. Thank you for watching and supporting this growing channel. Keep your eyes sharp, your pockets ready, and your passion for coins burning bright. Because in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest detail can lead to the biggest reward. Top 2, we're unlocking the hidden secrets behind the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter, and you're going to want to hear every detail of this story. So if you're a coin collector, a hobbyist, or just someone who loves finding value where others don't, this video is made just for you. We're about to reveal the surprising rarities that make this coin one of the more thrilling pieces in the 50 State Quarter series, and there's more than just history here, there's real money hiding in those metal details. Now let's rewind back to 2001, the year when Kentucky proudly took its place in the 50 State Quarters program, and what a design it brought to the table. The reverse side of the coin features Federal Hill, also known as the inspiration for my old Kentucky home, and a beautiful thoroughbred racehorse standing behind a wooden fence in a scene that captures the state's rich horse racing tradition and southern heritage. But what makes this quarter go from historical to highly collectible are the rare mint errors that were released into circulation, and these are the treasures we're talking about today. So don't blink, because you might just walk past one of these without knowing its true worth. Let's start with one of the most talked about errors, the off-center strike. Some 2001 Kentucky quarters were struck off-center, meaning the entire design is pushed too far in one direction, leaving a blank crescent moon of unstruck space on the edge of the coin. And the more off-center it is without cutting off the date, the more valuable it becomes. Collectors have paid big money for this kind of error, especially when the coin is still in crisp, uncirculated condition. Imagine that a simple shift in the minting process has turned an everyday coin into a rare collectible that can fetch serious offers. Another error you should keep an eye out for is the double die, especially on the text parts like the word Kentucky or the motto E pluribus unum, where you might see faint shadowed letters or a ghost-like duplication. These are extremely exciting for collectors because double die errors are not just rare, they're also visually striking, which boosts their demand. And let's not forget about die cracks and die chips, small raised lines or bumps that appear where the minting die was starting to wear down or break. These little imperfections can become big value points for collectors who hunt for unique variations and flaws that make their collection stand out from the rest. Now let me tell you about a few real examples that prove how powerful these coins can be. A 2001 Kentucky quarter with a 15% off-center strike sold at an auction in Dallas for over $265 because it was well preserved and the date was still clearly visible. Another collector in Florida picked up a double die version with doubling on the horse's mane and sold it at a coin show for $310 to a specialist who had been looking for that exact variation. Even more recently, a coin with a die chip on the horse's nose and part of the window on Federal Hill missing due to a minting flaw was sold in Chicago for $240 after it was graded MS-65 by a professional coin grading service. That's the kind of value we're talking about, and it's hiding in plain sight if you know what to look for. So if you're wondering how to boost your chances of finding one of these valuable Kentucky quarters, here are some expert tips. Always check coins from 2001 closely, especially the state quarters. Don't just glance over them, study them. Look at the edges, the details, the words, and even use a magnifying glass if you can. Any odd textures, shadows, or strange spacing can be a clue to something rare. Also try to collect rolls of quarters from banks or coin machines, especially if they haven't been searched yet. Some of the most exciting finds have come from people who were just casually sorting through coin rolls and came across something extraordinary. And never clean your coin, no matter how dirty it looks. Cleaning can scratch the surface and destroy its value completely. Just store it safely in a soft flip or plastic holder, and if you think it might be rare, take it to a local coin shop or send it in for grading to confirm. Now let's talk numbers. The original market value for these rare 2001 Kentucky quarters with visible mint errors and in mint state condition can range anywhere from $180 up to $325 depending on the rarity and the condition of the coin. And some privately sold examples have even crossed that range in niche auctions and collector groups, and this is why we say, never underestimate a quarter. Because behind every small coin there might be a hidden story, a rare error and a surprising payday just waiting to be discovered. So if this video sparked your curiosity and you enjoyed learning about the rare secrets of the Kentucky State Quarter, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now, because we've got so many more incredible coins to reveal and you won't want to miss a single one. Tap the bell icon so you get notified the moment we drop a new video, and don't forget to leave a comment below if you've ever found a coin with an error or you're just getting into coin collecting. Let's build this community together. Top 3. We're unlocking something wild, something forest deep and full of mystery, a coin that connects nature, beauty and rare error magic all in one, and that is the 2015 United States Quarter from the Kisatchie National Forest series. Now listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you might just make you look at every quarter in your wallet with brand new eyes. This isn't just about a regular coin, this is about one that's become a surprise hit among collectors, and when certain errors appear on this quarter they turn a simple 25-cent piece into something worth hundreds. So what's so special about this coin? First, let's talk about its design and the heart of why it captures attention. The reverse side of the 2015 Kisatchie quarter shows a wild turkey in flight above the tall longleaf pine trees of Louisiana, a scene so full of motion and nature that it looks like it could fly off the coin any second. The details in the feathers, the stretch of the wings, the bold energy in that artwork, it's just stunning and collectors absolutely love it. But it's not just about beauty, it's about rarity, and this is where things get thrilling. Some of these quarters came out of the US Mint with minting mistakes that instantly made them valuable to the right set of eyes. And if you've got one sitting in your coin jar or pocket change without knowing what it really is, then you're about to be in for a surprise. Let me walk you into the world of error coins, starting with the most exciting, die cracks and cuds. A few of these Kisatchie quarters have been spotted with bold die cracks, especially on the turkey's wings and body, making it look like it has a lightning bolt running through it. These errors are rare and make the coin stand out big time in the collector market. Even better, some have visible die chips that make parts of the lettering thick and odd looking. This adds a unique touch that increases demand among collectors who love one-of-a-kind finds. Now let's talk about struck-through errors, which have been found on this coin as well. That's when foreign material gets in between the coin blank and the die at the moment of striking, causing strange patterns or even ghost-like impressions on the surface. This kind of error is weird, unpredictable, and that's exactly what collectors go wild for. And there are reports of off-center strikes where the design of the coin doesn't sit properly in the middle, creating that crescent moon look of missing space on one side, which makes it highly collectible if the date and design are still fully visible. Combine that with a sharp condition and you're holding something special. Want real examples? Let me tell you what's been happening at auctions and coin shows across the country. A Kisatchie quarter with a sharp die crack through the turkey's tail and in near mint condition was sold at a coin show in Atlanta for $285 to a collector who had been searching for a natural-themed error coin for over a year. Another one with a struck-through grease error on the top feathers, creating a ghosted wing effect, was bought in an online auction from a seller in Denver and sold for $310 after getting graded by PCGS. These are not made-up numbers, these are real collectors, real coins and real value that's out there in the wild, and it could be in your own hands if you pay close attention. So now, if you're wondering how to catch one of these gems, here are my collector tips you won't want to skip. Start by checking every 2015 quarter, especially those with the Kisatchie National Forest design, under good lighting. Look at the details on the turkey's wings, the edges of the letters, the shape of the trees and the surface of the coin from every angle. Use a small magnifier if you have one and look for signs of doubling, cracking or irregular marks. If it feels odd or looks different from other quarters you've seen, don't spend it, store it. Place it in a protective coin flip or capsule to keep it safe and clean, and if it looks promising, take it to a local coin shop or send it for grading, because that tiny mistake might be your lucky break. Also, try hunting rolls of quarters from your bank or coin machines, because fresh rolls can contain unsearched error coins, especially from past years like 2015. That's where many collectors have made incredible finds just from casually sorting through change. collectors today are building full sets of America the Beautiful quarters, but they especially want ones with errors because those are harder to find and increase in value fast over time. And the Kisatchie quarter is high on the list for nature lovers, wildlife collectors and error coin fans alike. And now the moment you've been waiting for: what is the original market value of a rare 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter with visible errors? Based on actual sales and recent collector prices, coins with off-center strikes, strong die cracks or struck-through errors have been sold for between $200 to as much as $325 depending on condition and the visibility of the error. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter from 2015 that could be lying quietly in a coin box or cash drawer might be worth over $300 just because of a minting flaw and the beauty of its design. So keep hunting, keep checking, and never assume a coin is just a coin, because in the world of collectors that tiny detail you almost missed could be the difference between pocket change and payday. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2015 Kisatchie quarter, then you know what to do. Hit that like button right now and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because this is just the beginning. We're building a community of treasure hunters, coin collectors and curious minds who love the thrill of discovery. Top 4. You'll be surprised how this 2017 quarter has turned ordinary pocket change into a collector's prize and even a hidden jackpot for the lucky ones who recognized what they had before spending it unknowingly. We're talking about the United States of America quarter dollar featuring Frederick Douglass, a name that echoes with power and inspiration across American history. This coin is not just a tribute, it's a masterpiece from the America the Beautiful series released in 2017, and it's become a favorite among coin collectors for more reasons than you might expect. The design on the reverse side shows Frederick Douglass seated at a writing desk, hard at work in front of his historic home in Washington, D.C., Cedar Hill. This is more than just art. It's a tribute to one of the most influential voices in the fight for human rights and freedom. But there's more to this coin than history. The thrill lies in its rarity and minting errors that have skyrocketed some of these quarters into collector gold. Yes, there are Frederick Douglass quarters with errors that have been discovered in circulation, and some of them are selling for hundreds of dollars simply because of minting flaws that were never meant to happen. Let's start with double die errors, which have been reported especially in the lettering around the rim and even in Douglass's hands or the fine details of the house. These errors give the coin a shadowed, doubled appearance that collectors absolutely love because they are rare and easy to recognize when you know what to look for. Another type of error you need to watch for is the off-center strike. In this kind of error, the entire design is shifted to one side, leaving a portion of the coin blank or incomplete. When the date and major features remain visible, these coins become hot items in the collector market. One such off-center Frederick Douglass quarter was spotted at a coin show in Michigan and sold to a local collector for a surprising price you'll hear at the end of this video. Now let's talk about something even more dramatic: struck-through errors. That's when some kind of material like grease or thread got between the coin blank and the die during striking, causing weird shapes or fading in certain areas. These are unusual and eye-catching, which makes them highly desirable in coin collecting communities. Some collectors have also found die chips and cracks on the windows of the house or even on Douglass's shoulder, making the coin look like it has an extra piece of metal or a scar line across it. Believe it or not, even a small die chip can push a coin's value far beyond its face value if the error is bold and clear. Now picture this: someone in New York walked into a local flea market and bought a small collection of State and America the Beautiful quarters for just a few dollars. Inside that pile was a 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter with a strong die crack along the upper part of the building on the coin. That collector had it graded and ended up selling it for $285 at an online auction just months later. And that's not all. A rare off-center Frederick Douglass quarter was graded MS-65 and sold in California for $310 at a private sale to a serious collector building a full error set from the America the Beautiful series. So if you've been ignoring your quarters or letting them sit in a jar gathering dust, now's the time to start hunting. That ordinary-looking quarter might just be your hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Now if you're a collector or someone just starting out in this hobby, here are some solid tips for catching a valuable Frederick Douglass quarter. First, look at every 2017 quarter carefully, especially the ones that say District of Columbia on the back with Frederick Douglass seated in front of the house. Use a magnifying lens and check all lettering, the roof, windows, and Douglas's features for any signs of doubling, shifting, cracks, or extra metal bumps. If something looks strange or different, don't spend it. Keep it safely stored in a plastic flip or coin sleeve, and if it appears valuable, consider getting it graded professionally by PCGS or NGC so you can verify its value officially. And remember this, do not clean your coin. That's one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. A cleaned coin can lose its value instantly, even if it has a rare error. Always keep your find as it is and let the professionals examine it in its natural condition. Collectors from all over are adding error coins from the America the Beautiful series to their sets, and the Frederick Douglass quarter is now in high demand, especially with dramatic visible errors or mint flaws in uncirculated condition. And now let's talk real numbers. The original market value of a rare 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter with visible minting errors can range anywhere from $190 to as high as $325, depending on the error type, visibility, and overall condition of the coin. These are real-world sale prices from collectors, auctions, and coin shops in cities like Atlanta, Chicago, and Los Angeles, so don't miss out on your chance to hold history and value in one small coin. Your next big find could be sitting quietly in your wallet or your change jar right now. If you enjoyed this episode and love the world of rare coins and hidden treasures, then do me a favor, hit that like button and smash that subscribe, because we are just getting started. We're building a powerful community of collectors, seekers, and curious minds who know that even the smallest details can lead to the biggest discoveries. Top 5, and last rare coin. I'm about to show you something that could be hiding in your own pocket, something small yet powerful and possibly very profitable. So hold tight and listen closely, because this is not just another coin. We're about to talk about a very special quarter from the year 2007, and trust me when I say this, it's not just about a state, it's about a rare opportunity that's catching fire among coin collectors across the country. Yes, we are diving into the 2007 Washington State quarter, a coin that is not only beautiful in design but also known for its mysterious minting errors and unexpected value in the collector's market. You do not want to blink during this video, because I'm going to walk you through the hidden secrets behind this coin and tell you exactly why it's become one of the most hunted quarters in the modern US coinage series. Now imagine this: you're going through your change at a coffee shop, maybe you're just tossing coins into a jar at home, and suddenly you come across a 2007 quarter with a detailed mountain design and a leaping salmon. Yes, that's the Washington State quarter. But did you know some of these quarters have sold for hundreds of dollars just because of rare minting mistakes? That's the thrill that makes collectors chase these coins like gold. The reverse side of the 2007 Washington quarter shows the majestic Mount Rainier in the background and a powerful Chinook salmon leaping out of the water, symbolizing the rich natural beauty of the evergreen state. But what turns this coin from simple to sensational is the presence of errors, real minting mistakes that were never meant to be released yet slipped through the cracks and ended up in circulation, making those error versions extremely rare and collectible. Let's start with one of the most exciting types of minting mistakes that make this coin valuable: the double die error. These are coins where the lettering, especially in phrases like United States of America or E pluribus unum, shows a ghost-like doubling effect due to the die striking the coin more than once with slight movement. If you spot this kind of doubling on your Washington quarter, don't even think about spending it. That's a collector's dream right there. Now here's another wild one: off-center strikes. That's when the coin wasn't properly centered during the minting process, causing part of the design to shift, leaving a crescent of blank space on one side while the rest of the design is pushed toward the edge. These types of coins are so eye-catching that collectors will pay serious money to add them to their sets. There's also the die chip error, which can look like a little raised blob of metal on places like the salmon, the mountains, or the rim of the coin. These little chips may seem minor, but in the eyes of a serious collector they are unique marks that set your coin apart from millions of others. And then we have struck through grease errors, which happen when minting machinery isn't clean and grease or debris causes parts of the design to appear faded or incomplete. If your Washington quarter looks oddly faint or missing some details, that could be a sign of this rare error, so don't overlook it. Collectors across America have been pulling these quarters out of circulation and bringing them to light on auctions and in coin communities, and let me tell you, the numbers they're getting are nothing short of impressive. At a coin convention in Las Vegas, a Washington quarter with a visible die chip on the fish tail and off-center alignment sold for $265 to a private collector looking to complete his error collection from the state quarter series. Another coin with a clean double die error was graded MS64 and was sold online from a dealer based in Chicago for $310 after a bidding war broke out between two collectors. So now the question is, could you be holding one of these valuable treasures in your own pocket? It's not impossible. In fact, it happens more often than people realize, especially with coins from the 2000s where mintage numbers were high and error catching systems weren't always perfect. If you're serious about coin collecting or just getting started, here are some tips that could make all the difference in your search for a valuable Washington quarter. Always examine your coins under good light or with a magnifying glass. Check the lettering, edges, image details, and rim carefully. If you spot anything strange like doubling cracks, off-center images, or weird bumps, don't ignore it. Store it properly and consider sending it to a professional grading service for a full evaluation. Also, coin roll hunting is still a gold mine. If you go to your local bank and request rolls of quarters, you might be the next lucky person to discover a rare Washington quarter hiding in plain sight. It happens to collectors more than you'd expect, and it's one of the most exciting ways to find real hidden treasures. Collectors love coins with a story, and the Washington quarter offers not just artistic beauty but also real historic value and mystery with its error versions and rising interest from buyers who want these rare pieces in their personal collections. Now finally, let's talk numbers. The original market value of a rare 2007 Washington state quarter with visible minting errors like double die off-center strikes or strong die chips ranges from $180 to as high as $325 depending on the clarity and condition of the error and where you sell it, whether online, auction, coin show, or private sale. That's right, one little coin that you might have tossed into your laundry change pile could be worth hundreds simply because of how it was struck at the mint and how well it survived over the years. That's why we say every coin has a secret and some are just waiting for you to discover it. If you found this video helpful and exciting, make sure to subscribe right now because we have so many rare coin stories coming your way and you don't want to miss the next treasure that could be sitting in your own hands. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the journey and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare quarter or want to start your own collection. We read every comment and we love hearing from fellow collectors. Thanks for watching, coin lovers, and remember, keep checking your change, stay curious, and never stop hunting because that next coin might just be the one that changes everything. See you in the next video. Happy collecting and good luck out there.